There are key points that need to be made that will not be made in videos. This is too stressful. I am too sabotaged. But I urge you to check the comments because I'll be updating them with the key information. Moral will and willpower. W-E-L-L. Now before I continue, let's understand why I have to use the word play. Okay? So instead of people saying he's crazy or something, you really start to despise the people that should be despised. Society is controlled and basically run on every level of basically everybody other than me is a rape cult social norm fanatic. They fanatically push one rape cult social norm or another, right? Gang culture is rape culture. Fraternity culture is rape culture. Liberal culture is rape culture. The homosexual agenda, feminism, right? They're saying we insist that you relate to each other in this way, which includes your sexual behavior. And there's countless magazines that tell you how to have sex and make certain ideas socially normative, and people insist on these ideas. And it's this great push to say, hey, do it this way. It's as if a bunch of, for example, homosexuals are saying to everyone, you are going to have sex in a way that homosexuals agree with. Okay? It goes back to Greece and Rome, a bunch of gender-neutral cults, if you will, insisting that love and sexual relations should be done a certain way, and people were fined if they didn't do it that way, and so on and so forth. Okay? These are rape cultures. In the absence of a martial arts order where it is insisting on the highest morality, there is no justification for forcing your sexual culture on people. The right-wing culture is sexual culture. The left-wing culture is sexual culture. The law of the land describes how you can and can't have sex. Okay, what is rape? And it's a despicable definition that doesn't include the most common form of rapes, which are coerced sex and illusion-based rape. Okay, these are rape cult social norms. It's right there in the wordplay. Rape poor. On backwards, no on. On is the A call center. Everything else is an E. So if rape is poor, right? You know, ejaculating in a woman, okay, or ejaculating in anybody, okay, or pouring the E spirit when two females have sex, then everything other than the divine order that ends with me in this world, is rape. Everything. According to their own language, which is key in their culture. Okay? It's all rape culture. You're an idiot if you don't see it that way. And no one has a viable counter-argument to what the language secretly conceals and is hidden in plain view. Rape cult or Masonic wordplay. So again, moral will. M-O-R-A-L, right? Will, W-I-L-L, and willpower, W-E-L-L, and also W-I-L-L. So the well, which goes back to the water deities, which goes back to Achilles' family. There's a long story why that is. Zeus basically replaced the water deities as the head of the pantheon and so on and so forth. Okay. Not just replacing Saturn when he overthrew them. Right? It's a long story. Make a long story short, water gets evaporated by the sun. There's a lot of things you can get from there, but for whatever reason, the well is seen as your body, your vessel. It contains the water like the ship contains the seamen, right? Okay. Moral will and willpower. The moral will leading to the ability to bring in and raise a child of God in the divine order that ends in this world with me. If you don't have the willpower to put the spirit first, the true spirit, and stop being a cultural ninny, okay? Put the true spirit first, okay? Then you don't have the vessel that can bring in a child of God, okay? Now, this person can be transformary by A-Ra, the A, not the E's who are rape cults. So the main thing you have to make up to people is rape. It's even more despicable than murder. Dying in combat is seen as more respectable than raping somebody who then assimilates. You basically took advantage of the bitches in their culture. You assimilated them to your culture, okay? And these are people that these guys were trying to protect. That's what you owe them first and foremost. You owe this kind of sexual obedience to Pharaoh because everything else is rape. And you're a fucking idiot if you don't get that. If you have any questions, you're a fucking idiot. Okay, what's the difference between making love and being taught how to have sex by a bunch of guys who rape kids in the fucking ass? Are you a fucking idiot? Do you really need me to explore the difference? Well, let's explore it. All right. Morality, more reality. In reality, the top martial artist is the most revered. Not the scientist, not the cop, okay, not the gang member, not the Hollywood celebrity, not the action hero, none of these bitches. It's fucking stupid not to understand that. There is no spiritual power without obeying God. The true hero is the true master. Heroes, master. Horus, son of Ra. Israel, of course he is. Master and muster. Mustering what? The spiritual strength and focusing it? Or being a rape cult propaganda marketing mark of the beast type bitch? It's a no-brainer here. Come on. I use the example of the weak-willed female raised by strong-willed or weak-willed parents. Either way, if she comes out weak-willed, that's who she is. There's plenty of stories that prove my point. Samurai stories, Romeo and Juliet, Jesus, okay, the stories of Egyptian pharaohs that stood their ground. There's plenty of stories in mainstream culture that make it clear to everybody, regardless of who they were raised by, what these ideas are. These are points of references. There's a spectrum. You're a fucking dumbass if you don't understand that your nature is going to respond to the nurture outside of your home, outside of your community, when you're given these ideas that come from elsewhere that are brought into your community, so outside in that sense. You see what the fuck I'm saying. For fuck's sake. And this is an example of how they're grammar Nazis. When their own wordplay says, don't be a magic spell bitch. In a predominantly Christian country at this point. You know, the Bible says sorcery is wrong. The Baalist sorcerers were bitches. Jezebel was a bitch. King Solomon's pagan bitch was a bitch. Yeah, what the fuck don't you get? Anyway. So, obviously, all these weak-willed people need to submit. It's the only chance they have. And the chance ends with me, because there is no alpha after all the betas got together, made sure he has no kids, and nobody was destined or alpha enough to stand with him. Okay? There's another thing that a lot of people don't grasp. Okay? If you're not standing with Pharaoh, why? Because you're part of a group of people that left and didn't stand with him? That's no excuse. Doesn't matter if you're the next best people on the planet. That's not good enough. You're supposed to stand with Pharaoh. Okay? Not leave him to be, attacked by these enemies. I'm trying to save my family. Let's go, 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 go. That's a dishonorable survivor tactic. And the survivors are the bitches. Serve I veer. Okay. Illness, illusion, ill-gotten gains. Okay. Number one, ill-gotten gain is the rebellion itself. He's saying obey, and you don't obey. So that's the main thing you have to make up for. You didn't obey. Right? And then after that, it becomes the rape, the e-pour, the staking, the snaking. The snake is a phallic symbol in its own right. And I'm sure you can figure out why that is. Okay? So the rebellion, first and foremost, you did not obey. Okay? You did not obey. That's worse than all the rapes and all the murders in the world. You didn't obey God. Okay? Those people probably deserve to get raped and killed. You didn't obey. Your parents didn't obey. That is what you have to redeem yourself for. You can't then say, well, get rid of him and now you can obey me and redeem. No, that's stupid. That's fucking insane. Obviously, that's God's plan in reverse. It's obeying the devil. The snake, the guy who benefited, regardless of how he benefited, he ended up benefiting and he snaked him the most. Even if he's the most innocent seeming person on the planet, he snaked the Pharaoh's children. Okay? There's no being more evil than that. He's seeking to sit on the throne. He's fucking evil. Okay? The stolen land, the murder, the rape, the betraying the righteous, cheating people out of their lives after actually living, the drugs, the stalking, the harassment, the dating, the women, the deceit, the manipulation, man, I, pull, a, shun, right? Manipulation, the theft, the generational evils, leading people astray. You have to understand the difference between the sacred rightful place versus that which can be redeemed. Again, the rebellion. And the highest form of rebellion is Lucifer that leads the rebellion so he can lead you astray. Okay? Obviously, that's his sacred rightful place. The guy who takes his rightful place can't be redeemed. Okay? Not only can he not redeem you, he can't be redeemed. So if this guy was to magically come back to life, which can't happen, and science can't do it, right? If he was to come back to life, right? The guy he can't redeem is the guy who tries to take his place. You can't be redeemed. Kill him. Take him outside and kill him. He's Lucifer. Kill him. He's done. Okay? Obviously, I'm not telling you to kill him. You get what the fuck I'm saying. Okay. No one is as despised by God and the most righteous more than they that benefit the most from snaking me. Right? Scale and skill. Skill at what? It's the martial arts spirit. Science has no place in religion when you insist on wasting Pharaoh's time with scientific bitch. For the same reason as your questions. If you're saying, well, why should I put on some shoes when I go outside? Right? Fuck you asking me this for? The more you ask dumb questions, no more questions. The more you try to confuse people with science, no more science. Okay? If you're abusing it, it should be taken away. We are to focus on the core reasons that we're here. Not to be distracted by stupid questions and nonsensical made to fucking trick you type of science. Get it out of here with the bitches that are too cowardly to have the heart to stand with Pharaoh that use it for that purpose. Okay? It is immoral not to combat evil to the best of one's ability. This argument leads to the divine order and the obvious question, what is worth saving? Only the spirit that the top martial artist is worth saving. It is that simple. See the comments. I'll go over why they're wrong about love, the difference between me and them, and why it's obvious. 6 point. Just see the comments. Okay, I'll be updating them to bring people back to this video so they can get back to the point of life and understand why they're wrong. Right? Understand why they don't have the vessel to bring in righteous people. They can't bring in people with any martial art principles, love, righteousness, determination, dedication. Only bitch. Only bitches. That's why they're going in this tech direction. So they can confuse you about the fact that a bitch is a bitch. Think about it. You will need to watch this video twice and listen carefully. Okay? Also consider that illusion-based coerced sex and rape come with this emphasis on image, the way they're doing it. Consider how school and cool, okay, school being looks backwards, are connected. Cool and school. So obviously females are helping them do it by putting this emphasis on the female brain and looking for men with a female worldly brain who cling on to the flesh and this world and not the higher principles of God, which end in this world with me and are only found with God after that. Look at the story of Achilles and Thetis and Peleus, who wrestles her down and rapes her, and she kills 6 of 7 of the children, and so on and so forth. Okay, Achilles is basically the son of the ant king, the ant people king. He's a small grappler whose father was a shorter grappler who raped his mother, who took on the forms of the flames, the water, a raging lioness, Egypt connection, and a serpent. Right? The chains have parallels to cage fighting, right? Capturing somebody who's an actual martial artist and using despicable wrestling tactics to abuse them. Obviously, martial arts ends with me.